And we're live. What's up, Chris Blair?
How you guys doing, my friends? Happy to be here.
Yeah, man.
Excited
I'm glad you were able to join us. For those of you who don't know, Chris Blair is something of a legend in the ecom space. We've done 2 or 3 of these now.
This is the third one.
The third one, okay. I think it was the first one. We went through like your whole kind of life story, how you got into e-commerce and that kind of thing. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you go search in the group. Just type Michael Chris Blair. You'll probably end up finding it. Another thing on the second one we did together, Chris Blair went really deep into product research methods. And I've taken a lot of courses, a lot of coaching throughout the years, and I feel like Chris is bar none one of the best product research guys out there. So if you're interested in product research and finding really good phrases to use on your jewelry, you need to go watch the second Coffee with Michael I did with Chris, because it was absolutely amazing. So Chris,
thank you.
I'm glad to have you back. I think this will be good for everybody.
And we're doing this one on product research and stuff. So here's the thing, guys. I mean, so I do a lot of free trainings on my personal Facebook, my Facebook page, right? My Chris Blair page. And I do a lot of videos on Facebook ads and advertising. And the reason why I do that is because that's what will attract people's attention. For some reason, if I talk about Facebook ads, I get hundreds and hundreds of views. But if I talk about anything else, I get a trickle of views. But people got it all wrong. And here's the reality. I could teach you everything I know about Facebook ads, or everything I know about, or about TikTok ads, or any other ads platform. You could become an ads ninja, but you're not going to sell anything if your product stinks, period. So actually, the most important part of this business is the product part, but it's the part that people care less about. It's in my mind, it's mind-boggling.
Yeah, 100%. By the way, this is what we preach here, literally week in and week out. The only folks that haven't heard that message at least 5 times are the new people. So if you're new here, welcome. Start the tally, because you are going to get sick and tired of hearing us say that. The product is literally everything in this business. The ads, you cannot put lipstick on a pig, as they say. If you have a crappy product, doesn't matter how good your ads are. It isn't going to do anything.
That's
right. All right. So today we're going to be talking about gift giving angles. Gift giving angles 101. So these are angles you can use to sell ShineOn products basically all year long. They're basically evergreen, and the tactics here are going to be very fluid. Like, you're going to be able to use the tactics Chris is going to teach you to create angles every single time you sit down to do a phrase. Also, some of these angles, I was looking at them, can kind of apply to your ad copy and some other things as well. So it's going to be really good. I think you're going to enjoy today's session.
You can use these for Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas, upcoming birthday, upcoming anniversary, graduation. I mean, just think about all the different gift-giving opportunities there are throughout the year. There's a lot more than we realize.
Yep, anniversaries, birthdays, all kinds of stuff. So this is going to be a really good one. I'm excited to have you here doing it. Let's real quickly, you know how we like to kick things off here. Do you have a beverage, Chris Blair?
Yes, a big water jug.
That's okay. Some people do water. What time is it there, Chris?
It's 5:45. It's almost 6 in the morning.
5:45. Chris is in Japan. Where are you at in Japan right now?
Kyoto.
You are in Kyoto. Okay, got it. Chris speaks. For those that don't know, Chris speaks Japanese, and I remember one time you were doing a screen share with me. I think you were in Microsoft Word, and like all of his all the words and the menus are all in Japanese. It was crazy.
User system, yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. Anyway, maybe one day you can translate my digital marketer's toast into Japanese for me.
Okay, I can do that if you want to. Okay. You're gonna be able to pronounce it and say
it. Well, I could try. You can do it. All right, raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, and flasks. Join me now for the digital marketer's toast. Here's to more conversions, more cash, cheap CPMs, and lower CACs to higher CTRs, much higher CVRs to enable out accounts and big bank accounts, upsells, downsells, and cross sells, to winning products and repeat sales, and to the thing that everybody knows, the riches are in the niches, but also your email flows. Are you ready? Drink up, everybody. Cheers. That's how we do it right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is how we get the juices flowing. All right, do me a favor. If you enjoy what we bring you every single week on Coffee with Michael, like this post. Like the post. If you're on YouTube, upvote, like the post, whatever you can do on YouTube these days. They change it all the time. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop me a lovely comment. Give me some emojis in the chat. I'll take hearts, I'll take UFOs, I'll take pizza. Chris would take beer. He'd like beer emojis in the chat. Drop them all. Give us some love.
I'm a big beer drinker, if you guys didn't know that.
Yes, Chris is a big beer drinker, but that's all right. That's why we love you. Okay, let's get into some quick testimonials. Last week, recap, Francesco. I'm not the type to get excited and show first sale screens right away. As many times in the past with other suppliers, first sale was the only one. This time, however, it is different. He wants to thank Eric, Michael, John, Annabek for having a fantastic group. Thank you so much for sharing this, Francesco. You can see 20 units sold, $630 in profit. Congratulations. That's amazing. Because you were brave enough to share your testimonial and share your screenshot, you've got some free swag coming your way. Somebody from my team, it's probably Tammy, is going to be reaching out. You'll get a coupon code to our merch store. You'll be able to pick up a really cool t-shirt, a mug with the Digital Marketer's Toast on it, or something else. You're going to love it. All right, next we got Rob Cole. Super excited. Watched all the recent Father's Day training and threw up a D30 campaign. I've just made a sale after $3.66 spent on my first Father's Day test. Thank you, ShineOn and team. $44 in revenue, $28 in profit. Congratulations. Appreciate you taking action. That's amazing. You got some swag coming your way. And then we have Gary Contreras. This is Gary is a kind of a favorite around here at ShineOn. Most of you probably know Gary by now. He's very active in the group. He's also a top seller, and he shares lots of tips and tricks, things like that in the group. He shared a free tutorial on how to create personalized message cards for ShineOn with fulfillment, production, and automation. So go check this post out. It was posted on May 24th. If you look for Gary Contreras in the group, I hope I'm saying that right. You can see the video here. I feel like this was an underrated post. So go check this out. Really good value here. Thank you, Gary, for sharing it. He's also got some swag coming his way. We appreciate that. If you too would like to get some swag, every single week we grab 2 to 5 posts from the group. We're looking for people with testimonials, dropping screenshots of new sales milestones, value posts with tips, tricks, ad stuff, that kind of thing. Drop it in the group and we'll send you some swag. All right, latest news. I want you to go check this Facebook group out. So this is a group called ShineOn Creatives by Gil Jimenez. I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry, Gil, if I'm screwing that up. ShineOn Creatives is the name of the group. Gil is shooting UGC video week in and week out for people in this group. He does charge for it, but it's a nominal fee and it's worth every penny. He shoots really cool like lifestyle videos of the metal art and then the message card jewelry. And you can see here he's got kind of the watch. Go check this out. He's got some really cool stuff. ShineOn Creatives is where you can find Gil.
Some good stuff there.
Yeah, it's perfect for like TikTok, even Facebook. Now that everything's moving towards video, these types of solutions are in demand. So Gil meets the need. He's really good at it. He was actually helping us internally at ShineOn for a little while. Go check Gil out. It's really good stuff. So ShineOn Creatives is the group. Wanted to give Gil a shout out. Okay, next, if you want some coaching, coaching.shineon.com, led by Kirsta here and Steven and Jim. Everybody knows these people by now. They kick some serious butt. Go check them out if you're interested in coaching. And then finally, if you want to do some scaling type stuff, Mario is offering a done with you scaling opportunity. So if you have a winning product and you want to scale it up, ShineOnScalingWithMario.com. Schedule a call with him, see if you're a good fit. Again, that's ShineOnScalingWithMario.com. And then finally, every week we drop a shot of espresso in the group. This is free training, free tutorials, free behind the scenes videos. you're crazy if you're not tapping into the shots of espresso and using them. They're incredible resources. Guys, I've paid literally thousands of dollars for the education that we bring you for free every single week. It's unreal. Okay. And most of us, Jim, Chris here, myself, we had to learn a lot of this stuff in the School of Hard Knocks, right? I know Chris, when Chris started and when Jim started, these guys are dinosaurs. No offense, you guys, but you guys are dinosaurs. There weren't coaches, there weren't courses, there wasn't this whole training info product economy out there where you could tap into this stuff. You had to learn through trial and error.
Yeah, and then you actually worked out for training and coaching with me in the past. Yes,
I know. What? Say that again.
Remember you did training and coaching with me in the past?
Yes. Yeah, I did. Absolutely. eCom Vantage. That's why I was talking you up earlier. These guys had to learn in the School of Hard Knocks. Most of us were able to stand on their shoulders to get going. At any rate, I still had to pay thousands of dollars to learn this stuff, and we're giving it to you guys for free every single week. So you got to go tap into this education and check it out. Shots of Espresso, right? Most of them are posted by Jim, Steven, or Kirsta. Just type Shot of Espresso in the group. You'll find it. Also, if you go to the top of the group, you click featured. This is where you see all the latest news, product releases, Shots of Espresso, Coffee with Michaels, all the amazing things that we bring you. They're right here under the featured tab at the top of the group. So go check it out. All right. I think that was a record. I just got through opening, the toast, what else I do? The testimonials and the news, and we're 11 minutes in.
You were talking a mile a minute, but
well, that's how you do it right there. All right. So now, gift giving angles 101. Chris, yep. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, get out your pens and your notepads. You ready to take some notes? Let's go. Gift giving angles 101.
Okay. So obviously we're going to go over each one of these in detail here, but I just wanted to lay them out for you. Okay. There's respect and love, and there is some similarity, especially amongst those two. But if you look at the different products, you'll see that there is a clear difference. And then there's make fun of the person, which is one of the angles that I personally love to use. For some reason, I'm really good at that one. There's plain humor where you can make a joke. There's love with wit, and then there's niching down. Niching down is kind of interesting one because you can have a pure niche idea, but you can also combine niche down with all the previous 5, which we'll talk about here in an episode. So you can have a loving phrase that's actually niched, or you can have a humor phrase that's actually niched, and so on and so forth. We'll jump into these in more details. We're gonna have examples, and we're gonna talk. Michael and I are gonna talk about them with you.
Yeah. Hey, before I go to the next slide, I just want to give you some props real quick. Like you, dude, you are the product guy. Like when I think of Chris Blair and I think of kind of the e-commerce print on demand space, I just feel like you are the product guy, man. When it comes to phrases, phrase research, when it comes to even this stuff, like you think like 3 or 4 layers more deeply than anybody else in the space about it. And if you want staying power, how long have you been doing e-commerce full time now? 2012. So
late 2012.
A decade. There are not very many people like you.
And by the way, I also want to point out something here, guys. So I'm not always rocking. My business is not always rocking. Anyone who claims that it is lying to you. This business goes up and down, up and down, up and down. This is part of the game. But one of the keys to staying power is understanding how to create new product ideas. Nothing can take your business to struggling and turn it around faster than a new, fresh product idea. This is why this is so important. Because you could have a month or two where you're not making a lot of money, right? Or you can have a month where you're losing money. But if you come up with one new idea, bang, suddenly you're making money again.
Yeah, 100%. As you like to say, you're one product away.
That's one product away. Yep, I know away. I coined that phrase because I've been saying that for a long, long time. Now everyone's saying it. But yeah, I started saying that back in 2014. You're one product away. You're one product away.
Yeah, totally. Because your next product that you test might be a winner.
That's right.
It's all it comes down to. But I just want you to know, man, I've always respected how deeply you think about the product creation process. You hold it in deep respect. And I really feel like all of us should. You kind of set an example there. So anyway, let's get into this. It's going to be really good stuff. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Respect.
Okay. Wow, it's a little small on the screen there. Actually, I'm going to open up my slides on my tripod.
I can read it. You want me to read it?
I can actually open up my slides on my iPad here. So I'm using my phone to record.
World's greatest mom.
Yeah.
To the one.
I'm gonna open up. I'm opening up my iPad.
I got it. To the world, you are a mother, but to your family, you are the world.
Just think about that. I mean, that's showing respect. That's showing, hey, you're the world to us. So it's not just about love. It's like, hey, you're putting your mom on a pedestal. Right? So putting the person on a pedestal. This can be a great gift, especially for someone who is older than you, right? In Japan, one thing I love about living in Japan is in Japan they have this concept called senpai kohai. So senpai is someone who's been around, who's older in this system or older in the family than you, right? If you're doing a company, you're supposed to look up to your senpai. So this thing of elevating them on a pedestal, this is a key. This can be really powerful for a gift.
You got your slides up?
Yeah, I got my slides, so I can. The other ones are bigger, but that one was really hard to write.
Yeah, that's all right. Also, this is I've seen this phrase around a lot. Like this phrase has done well in the print-on-demand space.
Yes, it has
for a long time, and that just tells you the kind of the gravitas. Like if you can capture the essence of something really well in a phrase, and it pulls on heartstrings, people will buy it. And I think kind of what you're saying here, you're saying that this does that with respect.
That's right.
Right? Yeah.
So it's showing respect for the person you're giving it to.
Yep.
Of who they are and what they do.
Yep.
This is a very common. Sorry?
Nope. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
You ready for the next one?
Yep.
Or do you have? Okay. Here you go.
The man, the myth, the legend. Same thing. I mean, this is respect. I mean, now this has become a very common phrase, but still, this started off out of respect. I guarantee you, whenever this thing started, probably a bunch of guys sitting around drinking a beer, and someone did something or telling a story about something in their life. He said, "Man, you are the man, the myth, the legend." I guaranteed that this is how this phrase started. This is a sign of respect. I mean, one of my best-selling Christmas ideas in the past. It's not selling that well anymore, but I had a shirt that said "Pop," sorry, and it was a Papa, and also Father's Day. Now it's not. It's been overdone so many times, copied, but several years ago, this sold really well to me. It said "Papa, the man, the myth, the beer drinking legend," and it just crushed it for a long time. So it's about respect.
I actually remember when you launched that. I think that's right around the time I was taking your course.
It sold really well in 2015, 16, 17. But then, it
was 17, I think, probably when I took your course.
So the thing is people, over time, things do have a lifespan because some people get so proliferated in the market and copied. But still, I had a good 3-year run with that expression.
Well, yeah, and what you're saying though is you're saying don't necessarily copy the words necessarily. You're just saying that that's why this worked. It was like a deep sign of respect, right?
That's right, deep sign of respect.
Okay, very good. Okay, here's the next one.
This is an example. Funny, brave, captain, hero, helpful friend. There's no word love in there, right? It's not saying, "Oh, I love you, you're the best." This is for a Father's Day. So again, it's showing respect. Every single one of those are respect words, right? This is basically, those are the 3 examples. Well, actually, 3 examples for the respect angle.
Cool, man. Very good. Did you make this?
No, I've seen that. That's an old one. That's been done over and over and over again for years.
Very cool.
Maybe you haven't seen it. Yeah.
All right, next, loving.
Okay. This one is the most common one, especially for ShineOn Jewelry by far. Every single one of the loving phrase. And there's a problem with that, and we're going to talk about how to fix that here at the end of we get this end of the section. But let's go over the different examples.
Okay.
Okay. Because your belief in me, your dream in me, and your devotion to me, I've always felt anchored in faith, hope, and love. I love you, right? A lot of these loving phrases end with I love you, right? So it's got the flowers and hearts. But by the way, I want to point out flowers and hearts are great, but every single loving message card has got flower and hearts on it. You're just another person putting up a love knot necklace with a loving expression with a background with hearts and flowers. Push the envelope, guys. Think of some other background image you can use to make your product stand out. I chose this example on purpose because it shows a pretty common loving phrase, but it also shows the most common loving design, which I actually recommend that you veer away from.
This goes back to you being able to think 3 or 4 layers deep about product creation, because like when people see the same designs all the time, they're going to develop a natural banner blindness.
That's right.
To them, right?
That's right.
If you want to stop the scroll, you kind of have to show people something that's a little different than what they're used to seeing in the scroll.
That's right. That's right. So I'm not saying don't try flowers and hearts, but I'm saying don't be afraid. In fact, I would encourage you to try different backgrounds.
Yeah, very cool. All right, you ready for the next one?
Yep.
Okay.
This one is kind of a mixture of love and respect because it's, daddy, a son's, because it's showing to a son, you're a hero, right? Daughter's first love. So, daughters have a love and a respect for their father. So this is a mixture, right? But it's got the heart phrases. It's got the little hearts there. So it's an example of love.
Very cool. Okay.
Next one. This is an old phrase. I mean, I remember back in 2015 when I was doing drop shipping, I had a lot of success with a pendant necklace with this. This is back before ShineOn. What year did ShineOn start? I forgot. It was 18, I think.
16, I think.
17. Okay, 16. So yeah, sorry. So this is back before ShineOn was this, and I was selling a pendant necklace from AliExpress drop shipping with this exact same expression on it. Grandmother and granddaughter. The love between a grandmother and granddaughter is forever, right? This is an old try newbie phrase. In fact, I suggest you don't do this because it's been done over and over and again. Or at least make some sort of twist on it. But again, it's showing love. The love between granddaughter and grandmother is forever, right?
Yeah.
You can do a twist on that. I mean, mother and daughter is forever. Daddy or dad and father and daughters forever, right? And again, the flowers, right? So we got the loving angle, right? This one I think doesn't need a lot of explanation because it's the most common one. It's what 99% of the sellers are doing, and they're doing it because it's a proven method that works. And I'm not saying don't do it. In fact, I think you should do it because it's got a lot of scalability when you have a winner because it's the most thing that people are most likely to buy. But everyone's doing it. 99% of the necklaces jewelry out there that's being sold right now, or watches, whatever, are loving phrases, right? So this leads us to the next slide. This is really, really, really key. Franken-phrases. This is something that, actually Michael trademarked the term. It's something I've been talking about for a long, long time. I never had a terminology for
it. You gotta think of a cool name for it or you lose it. Chris.
Yeah, I lost it because I didn't have a name for it, but what it basically is you take a loving phrase, right? For example, we have the one that says the love between grandmother and granddaughter is forever, right? And then another one that said anchored in faith, hope, and love. This may be a total lame example, but that common phrase, the love between granddaughter and grandmother is forever, and then you say the love between a granddaughter and grandmother anchored in faith, hope, and love is forever. So I'm taking an element of one expression and taking another element of another expression, and I'm mixing them. Now, I didn't make a slide for this, so you're going to have to be listening to the live to get this one. But here's a cool trick. most people are just focusing solely on Franken-phrasing other necklace expressions and message cards, right? And this Franken-phrasing idea now has become quite well known because Michael and other coaches and trainers in this ShineOn group have been teaching this for a while now, right? Well over a couple of years now. So if you Franken-phrase there, you're very likely coming to this point where you're just regurgitating a lot of the same phrases over and over again. So now I think we're at a point where you got to think, okay, where can I get good expressions and phrases that are not likely or may not be? Not all of them will be not on jewelry, but a higher chance of being more original. And I'm going to recommend 2 spots. Okay. Hallmark gift cards. And this one you got to be really careful on right here because you got to make sure you rewrite them. But song lyrics. And you go, instead of searching on jewelry items, pull up a Hallmark gift card on Google Images, and then go open up love song lyrics. And just start sopping them out and mixing them up and rewriting them. And you will come up with some unique ideas that have not been done.
Yeah, I totally dig this, by the way. So I did I did a Mother's Day crash course, and then I think I did a Father's Day crash course, and in both of them I spent a little bit of time teaching on phrase building, and we tapped into some of this where, the idea is you take like a song lyric and you kind of rewrite it in your own words. But
That's
you
right.
don't just do it once, you do it 2, 3, or 4 times so that you really get away from the original. But you need to make sure that you capture the essence
That's right.
of that particular lyric as you rewrite it, because there's something in the lyric that makes it powerful. It's a punchline, it's a feeling, something like that. And you can't write that out of it. You need to keep that. You just need to change the clothing,
That's right.
so to speak, that's on it. Also, I think, I'm just going to highlight, this comes back to you thinking 3 or 4 layers deep about product creation, right? Like, you're sitting here going, hey, this has been around for a little while. These and everyone's Franken-phrasing from the same pool of phrases. So at this point, you're going to start reaching saturation where like everything has been done before. If everyone's going to the same pool of phrases, so you need to start mixing it up. You got to find fresh content.
There's some other sources that I'm not going to share.
Yeah.
I'll give you notes for my private coaching students. But anyway.
But still, I mean, that's it's just it's really good. It's really good stuff. And just real quick for everybody listening, when Chris is going through respect and love and all these things, he's saying that these are angles that your phrase can take, right? So when a phrase is being crafted, you probably should think about like, what am I doing here? Is this in the respect realm? Is it in the love realm? You probably need to make sure you stay within the genre, right? As you craft out the phrase.
In fact, that's a good point. In fact, I should have mentioned that. I'm sorry. Yes. In fact, I teach this to my private coaching students. When you sit down to make a product, think, okay, today I'm going to make 2 or 3 or come up with 3 or 4 ideas in the respect angle. And tomorrow I'm going to come up with love angle. So your mind is focused on this one method. So you can come up with ideas based on that. If you're all over the place, it's really hard for most people to come up with good ideas. So yeah, I would pick one today and say, okay, I'm going to try to come up with ideas based on this concept. Because you have a map, you have a plan, right?
Yeah, totally. So like, Chris isn't saying, hey, copy these phrases. He's saying these are angles you can use when you're crafting phrases.
That's right.
This is good stuff. You want to keep going?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Next, make fun of a person.
This one is my favorite. I just love this one. And I think, and by the way, and people say, well, can this really work on jewelry? And the reality is it can, because the gift is actually the jewelry item.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The message card is what makes it sell. But at the end of the day, they're going to be wearing the jewelry item, whether it's a necklace, a dog tag. Well, no, dog tag's separate because it's got the image on it. So scratch that. But sorry, love that necklace, watch, or, you know, the interlocking heart necklace, whatever that is. The actual gift is that item. The message card is the auxiliary thing that actually drives the sale. So you can have a make fun phrase on the message card and still they can enjoy the nice gift.
Plus the beauty of this angle, in my opinion, is if you want to do something different and that other people are not doing, this is an angle that not many people are tapping into. Like, this is something that will have stopping power in the newsfeed when people are scrolling through. Right? If you show them something they haven't seen before, maybe something that's a little bit ridiculous, they're more likely to stop and read it and see what you have to say. All
right. So let's go and show some examples here. I love this one. This is one that's I've used in the past over many different products for years, but I hesitated to reveal it, but I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this. I've been selling this concept, this particular phrase, on numerous products for years. World's greatest farter. I mean father.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah. Okay, this next one, I love this one too.
But again, it's like if you can make somebody laugh, they're more likely to buy.
That's right.
Right? And that's where poking fun at somebody has power.
Here you go. Dad, making socks and sandals look cool since forever.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one actually. That one's pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, this one doesn't need a lot of explanation. I mean, obviously, when you make fun of someone, though, there's a level, right? It's got to be humorous, make fun of, not cruel. I mean, if you're just downright mean to the person, then obviously it's not going to work.
Yeah, it's got to be in love, right?
That's right. Basically. That's right. It's got to have humor and love to it, right? You know,
it's about poking fun and teasing. It's not about being mean or tearing somebody down. You know?
That's right. Exactly. That's the key. That's the key thing. I wanted to point that out because, you know, and by the way, one thing I will say this. I've had non-native English-speaking coaching students who struggle with this angle because they're not native English speakers. So if you're not a native English speaker and you want to use this angle, I absolutely encourage you to do so because it can work. But if you have a trusted friend who is a native English speaker who you can run your phrase by before you pronounce it, I recommend that because I've seen some like, whoa, you know, that is not funny. You know, that is not cool. And the Spanish speaking person thought it was funny. He was translating a joke from Spanish to English, and it just doesn't always translate. So definitely run your joke by. And by the way, also, and here's the other thing. Okay, let me give you an example. Just because you speak American English, or you want to say you want to sell in England, or you're selling from England, you want to sell in America. You know, actually, it's probably easier coming to America because they can see a lot of American Hollywood movies, so they probably get the humor. But the humor is not always different. I'll give you an example from my real life that when I traveled to Australia for business, this is a long, long time ago when I was in the corporate world before I was in eCom. I'm my first day in Sydney, right? Flew in Sydney the day before. There for a week-long training and do some work, right? Because I'm working for this international company, and their Asia Pacific headquarters, because I live in Asia, and is in Sydney, right? So I'm there for the training, and the guy who's my main mentor, I said, hey, you know, can we go over this, and this? He goes, Chris, can we do it in the, you know, tomorrow? Because today I'm flat out. And I said, flat out? Oh, I'm sorry, you're not feeling good? Are you going to go home? Are you okay? I can get someone else to tell me. He said, no. I mean, I'm busy.
Yeah.
So to me, the term flat out meant I thought he was sick, but he's actually meant that's in Australian English. That means busy. So English, especially with jokes, don't always translate the right way. So
I would extend it beyond just jokes, because I've seen folks in other languages attempt to even come up with stuff that's more soppy or from like the loving angle, and it still kind of misses because there's a grammar issue or something should have been plural that wasn't plural, or it still can land kind of flat. So I think if you're a non-native English speaker, Chris has a really good suggestion here. Make a friend, become a buddy to somebody that is a native English speaker, and just have them proofread some of your stuff before it goes live.
Yeah, that's a very good idea.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Oh, and by the way, the other thing is, don't be afraid to sell in other languages. I know for a fact, giving away kind of a secret here, but some of my students I've worked with in the past, I have had a lot of luck selling other languages. All right, so don't be afraid to test products in your own language.
We have a ton of sellers expanding into foreign language markets right now. I'm talking German and Polish and French and Spanish, and just they're going crazy. I mean, we have some sellers that open multiple stores just to go into different languages. So it definitely works.
It definitely works. So next one.
Okay, humor.
Humor. Okay, this is obvious, right? This is making some sort of joke, right? Not necessarily making a joke about making fun of the person. So that's why I put it as a different thing. It's just a joke in general.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. For Father's Day, we bought you this nice watch with your money.
Yeah.
So visiting the mom with a small kid, so you would not target the actual daughter, right? You would target the mom, right, with a kid who's maybe 0 to 18 years old, right? So the mom is probably going to do the shopping for Father's Day, and so we're buying you this watch with your money.
I actually thought this one was pretty funny. This one, are you testing this one?
I'm going to. I did. It did not actually. It worked on other products. For some reason, it didn't work with this for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know, man. I actually think this one would work, but who knows? You never know until you go to market.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
But I still wanted to show the angle here, so that
Yeah, no, that's good. So it's not like making a jab, like saying, "Hey, you made socks and sandals cool." It's just kind of telling a joke in general.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, got it.
Okay, here we go. Next one. I love that we don't have to say out loud, "I'm your favorite child." Yeah. This one has been doing. I've seen this since 2013, so this is a very common one. But still, it shows the angle about making a joke, right?
Totally. So real quick before we move out of humor, I just want to say, notice.
One more.
I think that's it.
Is it? Oh, no. Oh, I got rid of it.
Okay.
I had a Trump one. I guess you guys got rid of it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what happened. So real quick, before we move on to the next slide, I want to point out that for both the humor one, so for humor and then making fun of somebody, Chris had to add pictures of coffee mugs, right? And maybe we'll see some more. I don't really know. But here's what's interesting, right? Sarcasm, humor, that angle works well on mugs. It has for a really long time. But that's also why you should try it on jewelry, because most people, when they have a phrase like that, they go to a mug. They don't think to go to jewelry, right? They think they use their soppy, sentimental stuff for jewelry. And this comes back to being unique in the marketplace and not kind of doing the same thing everybody else is. You need to zig when others zag, right?
That's right.
So that you can create a unique product that others truly can't find anywhere else, and they'll be more likely to buy yours. Okay, next up, you know what I think happened, Chris? You probably added that slide after I gave the deck to Robin, is probably what happened.
Okay.
Because I don't think she would have taken it out.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Love with wit.
Okay. Love with wit. All right. So this one is a bit. Okay, this one is based on something that I learned when I was in speech. I was in the speech debate class in university, right? And so one of the most powerful concepts of speech is to take a phrase that people are, or say something that people are expecting a certain ending, and then switch it up on them. Okay. I mean, it can be a common phrase, or it doesn't even have to be a common phrase, but you could just start on a pattern of talking, right? Saying, Michael, I really appreciate our friendship for all these years. We've worked together. You've taken my private coaching, and by the way, did I ever tell you stink? Right? Just make it a switch. You don't stink, by the way. I wanted to make an example. So it starts off on one pattern, then you switch it up at the end. It's called a pattern interrupt. Les Brown does a really good job on this. If you ever see him speak, right, he says he'll say to the crowd, "Practice makes," and everyone says, "Perfect," and he says, "No, get that fucking out of your mind. There's no such thing as perfect. You can never have perfect." This is a brilliant pattern interrupt. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So I heard another one just this week. Actually, I heard somebody. He was talking about United States president, and he said he was the perfect person in the perfect place at the perfect time, and because we're Americans, we voted him out of office. So it was another one of those gotchas, like there at the end of it. Yeah.
So I call it love with wit. The reason I call love with wit is because if I put the word pattern interrupt, people be like, "What is that?" So I came up with this phrase instead, which I think is easier to understand.
Very good. I promise I won't trademark this one.
Okay.
This one's all yours, Chris.
Okay, thank you. You really trademarked the Franken-phrasing?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't trademark that. I just being a goofball.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So we got a couple examples here. Okay. So, Dad, thanks for putting up with a spoiled, ungrateful, bratty child like my brother.
Yeah.
The whole thing is thanks for putting up a spoiled, ungrateful, bratty child. Like me. You're expecting like me.
Yeah.
Instead,
totally.
like my brother.
It got me when you were reading it.
And then in the end it says your favorite, love your favorite, right? So this is a great example of a pattern interrupt, love with wit.
Yeah, I dig that. That's a good one. Again, notice the coffee mug here because nobody thinks to try this stuff with jewelry. That's an opportunity.
Okay. Ready? Next one. Dear Mom, thanks for being my mom. If I had a different mom, I would punch her in the face and go find you. Your favorite. So again, thanks for being my mom. You're expecting some sort of continuance on the loving angle, but then he says, "Oh, if I had a different mom, I'd go punch her in the face and go find you." So
yeah, what I dig about this one is you're revealing how it works. You're revealing the mechanic behind the phrase that makes it work. Yeah, that's a good one. I like it.
Okay,
but it probably only works. It doesn't work the other way.
No, it doesn't work the other way. I says it could, but I don't know. Sorry for I go punch her in the face. I love you. No, I don't. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it works the other way.
Yeah. Okay. This is good, man. This is good.
Yeah, I don't think it works starting off with a joke and then going to loving phrase. I think there has to be this build up to the twist. You
have to have a punchline.
That's right.
And it's kind of got to be at the end, huh?
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Next one is niche down. Again, I'm going to show you one very powerful niche down example with jewelry. I think was incredibly well done. I know it was a big seller in the past, but understand that niching down is not exclusive, right? You can combine niching down with all the other ones I have, and I gave you some. Let's go some examples of niches here.
Okay.
These are not exclusive. Right? I'm just want to throw just a few out there just to get your brainstorm, but there's thousands of niches.
Yeah, you have golfers and knitters and all kinds of stuff. Basketball players and soccer moms and whatever else.
You'd be shocked at the number of niches I've seen through doing private coaching. And it happens all the time. I'm interested in this niche, and I'm like, what? That's a niche? What? And then, yeah, it is a niche. So you'd be shocked. Anyway, I just wanted to give you some example here. Some of the biker mom, tennis mom, hiking mom. Oh, I love what you guys did at the bottom there with the little flashing thing. I didn't just I made the base slides, but then ShineOn cleaned them up and made them look fancy for me.
Yeah, I'm not taking credit for that. That was all Robin. She's my she helps me out around here.
Okay. So biker mom, tennis mom, hiking mom. But here's the thing, okay? And this stems from the training we did a while ago, right? With Mother's Day. I was thinking about this, and And actually, it was the first time, even though I've been doing this for years, guys, I've been doing this for years, okay? And I've been helping people do it through private coaching and my training course for years. And I never realized this until Mother's Day this year. And I went back and I was looking over my successful niche down products and my students' successful niche down products. And I realized that saying, for example, to my biker mom, you're the best, I love you, blah, 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 blah. Your son, love your son, did not do well. So taking that, just that loving phrase and just adding a little image and going to my biker mom, to my tennis mom, it just didn't work. So let's jump back on the slides, for example. Just jump to anyone, doesn't matter. Just go love. Let's go loving. Love, sorry, the love section. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay. To my Christian mom, and then continuing on with this phrase, because you believe in me, but and so on and so forth, or to my swimming mom, and just taking this exact same phrase. There may be exceptions, but 99% of the time it just doesn't work. There's something missing, and it's bizarre that it took me all this time to realize it. But here's the final key. Let's jump back to that slide about niching down. This is the secret sauce. This is the key. If you're going to niche down, you want to add number 2. Use niche words in the message. In other words, rewrite the message with niche phrases in the phrase. This is key.
Do you have an example for that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You ready to go to it?
Yeah. This is a great one. This is a ShineOn one too. You know which one it is. This one's sold really well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, you're good, man. Take her away.
Okay. All right. So it says, yeah, my iPad is, I can see it clear.
I can read it if you need me to.
Yeah, that's all right. It's weird. When I can use my phone, it's a little bit small. I'm a little bit away. It's a good distance. Okay, here we go. Okay. This is so amazing. So well done. It's really awesome. To my greatest catch. So he's implying fishing, right? Just say to my greatest catch. Of all the fish in the sea, I'm so glad you swam to me. Every moment I spend with you is a dream come true. Love, your fisherman. Or they're probably a fishing couple, right? Actually, this leads me thinking of something else, but let's talk about this first.
Yeah, this dude, I was thinking of this niche when I was reading your tip number 2 there, but I was thinking of a different phrase. There's a phrase out there about being hooked, like you were like the one that got away and being hooked, something like that. Love your fisherman. But there's a ton of like little puns and plays on words there that work really well.
But anyway, it's same. The point is, it's a play on words. You've got to include phrasing in the message, especially for a long message. A shorter message, maybe you can get away with it, but yeah, include the phrasing. It creates an incredible package. It creates an incredible impact. Now,
yeah, I dig that. By the way, I agree with you on this. Every like good niched product. Now, I want to qualify niche. So when I think of niche, I'm not. You almost have like 2 kinds of niches. Just bear with me, if you will. You like, because you have a bonus mom and stepmom and bonus dad and bonus daughter. Those niches, if you want to call them a niche, I don't know that they do necessarily require some of this language weaved into it. However, who knows? If you add it, maybe they would sell a lot better. But any niche where it's like a hobby or an interest, like
or occupation,
tennis, hiking, science, whatever the heck it is. Occupation, yeah. Then yeah, it does seem like if you can weave an element of that thing into the phrase itself, it like amplifies it. It puts it on steroids. It makes it do a heck of a lot better.
I mean, I saw one related to to my father, who's a police officer, with my dad, and had "You're my blue shield of my life," and it was really, really awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. This comes back to, dude, you're so good. You're so good with product. This is it, isn't it? That went by super quick. Dude, we need to I would love to do, like, we need to do something real deep. I'd love to see your entire product creation process.
I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do that.
That would be a really cool standalone video or something like that. That would be really freaking neat, man.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Also, I want to give out a bonus tip that I just thought of on niching down. Okay, so a lot of people will say to me, Chris, okay, so let's just say I wanted to buy you wanted to target the product, the end user is a fisherman dad. Is a fisherman dad, okay? People say to me, well, how do I target that, right? And it's actually very simple. The apple does not fall far from the tree. Okay? Let me give you an example. And Michael knows, I am a massive NFL football fan. In fact, it's the only sport I care about, but I'm deeply passionate about. Well, guess what sport my dad played? Football. And guess what the first sport I played when I was a kid? Literally, I was 3 years old, they put a football in my hand, right? Guess what my grandfather played? Football. When my great-grandfather immigrated from Germany to America, when he was in high school, guess what sport he learned how to play? Football. Now, it doesn't always, not everyone has the exact same interest, but you can guarantee that 70-80% of the people who are their dad's passionate about fishing, their kids at least have some interest in fishing. The apple does not fall far from the tree. So if you want to sell a product that is targeting the end user being a father who's a fisherman, target women who are like 23 to 40 and target fishing related interests. There's a very high chance you're going to hit the right people.
So you're saying like geo-fencing around every lake in America would be a waste of time?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to use open targeting, then you just a lot of people they don't care less about fishing. So I mean, just remember when you're targeting for gifts, the apple does not fall far from the tree. Yeah,
no, I dig that. That's good. Chris, man, this went by really quick. Where can people go to find you if they want like coaching or to take it? Like, I've taken your course. I don't even know if you still offer it.
Yeah, I still have it.
Where can people go to find you?
It'd be great just to message me on Facebook. Go to facebook.com, /contact Chris Blair. Very easy. And message me and I can give you, I basically got two options. I've got private coaching or I got my course mastermind, but I can introduce you to both, or we can talk about both, whatever's right for you. Yeah.
And again, Chris has been doing this for a decade straight up. There aren't very many people that have that kind of track record. And the thing that I think you're just dynamite at is this whole product creation thing. You think very deeply about it, and you have come up with winner after winner after winner for a decade, right? That is something to be very proud of, and a skill that like you have to master if you want e-commerce to be your thing.
Yeah, if you want to do this game long term, you have to master product developing creation.
Yeah.
Period.
So, dude, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate that.
No, thanks for having me.
Again, that was facebook.com/contact Chris Blair.
That's right.
How do you talk Facebook into giving you your own URL slug, man? you know Mark Zuckerberg or something?
No, I've been on Facebook since 2008.
I'm just kidding, dude.
Okay.
Most people don't know that your username or whatever is probably just a slash after facebook.com. Anyway, all right, let's wrap up. So, hey, most of you may not know this. We have an affiliate program. If you go into the ShineOn dashboard, you click analytics and then referrals. You'll see a magic referral link up in the top right. If you share that with people, they sign up through the referral link and then may make a sale. You'll get 75 cents for every single sale they make. We've had many people make 5 and 6 figures through this affiliate program. So don't sleep on it. Tell your eCom friends, drop it in eCom groups, wherever you hang out with other e-commerce people, share your link. One thing to note is this is gated. You have to get 100 sales before this opens up. So you have to get 100 sales before you have the privilege of sharing. We want to make sure that our affiliates have actually sold our stuff and they know the brand and that kind of thing. We don't want people just seeing this as a money-making play. But if you have sold with us and you love what we're doing here and you want to spread the word, please take advantage of this. All right, until next time, if you aren't selling with ShineOn yet, go to ShineOn.com. You can sign up in about 60 seconds and get going. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you also join our Facebook group. Go to bit.ly/GoShineOn, bit.ly/GoShineOn, or just log into Facebook and up at the top, search for ShineOn Profits on Demand. You'll be able to find our group. If you're watching on Facebook and you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you're Looney Tunes. You need to go to YouTube. You need to sign up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all the things that YouTube lets you do. That way you never miss a cool video that we put out. We put out lots and lots of education. And then finally, follow us on Instagram if you aren't doing that yet, at ShineOn on Instagram, at ShineOn. So everybody.
I got a question here.
Yeah, go for it,
For
bud.
the Facebook group, why not ShineOn.com/Facebook group?
That's a great question. It should probably be. Don't ask me those kinds of questions when we're live, dude.
I mean, to me, it's fine.
That's a before or after we're live question.
Cut that out of the line.
I'm probably gonna have to go get that made now, and it would probably be Facebook, probably fbgroup.com.
Yeah, that to me would make a lot more sense. I'm sorry.
Get out of here. Save all your other suggestions for later.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, hey everybody, thanks for joining us, Chris. Glad you were able to come on. Till next time, everybody.
I mean, ShineOn. The only reason why I wake up this early to do these trainings, if anyone had asked me, I don't. But Michael and I, we go way back. I love the guy. And I was joking about him stinking. He doesn't stink at all. And yeah, so that's why I get up at 5 a.m. to do these things. 5:30. This is not live, by the way.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shocker, everybody. This one isn't live. We had to pre-record this particular coffee with Michael, but we still did the toast. Everything is okay. Calm down. The value is still good. Everyone will be okay. And until next time.
Cheers.
Happy selling, everybody. Thanks for coming on, Chris. Take care.
If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I will come in and answer them.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so Chris, drop questions below in the chat. Chris will monitor the chat and come back and answer them. Very good. I like that.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.